Welcome back to another week in my life. My name is Brianna. In this week in my life, there's going to be some camping, talking about our camo haul, garden stuff, different homemaking stuff. So stay tuned. It's going to be a wonderful week. So this was a clip I guess I forgot to post in my last one. It went right with it with our garlic scapes. This was after I freeze dried them. I put them into my cutter. I don't even know, what is this called? I can't remember. But anyways, my food processor, that's it. And mix them all up into a fine powder. So I have my garlic scape powder. I can use in anything now. This is just a little clip of me slicing our bacon. So I've been making my own bacon for a while. I need to film like a full tutorial on it. It's fairly simple. Well, it takes like a week or two, but it's not as hard as you would think. I get the slab of meat from Costco. I then cover it into different spices, let it sit in the fridge for a week, all covered. Then I put it on our smoker, put it in there for like 6 or 7 hours until it's to temp, and then let it cool down, and then I slice it up and then throw them into the freezer. And so I'll do a full tutorial sometime soon, but this is our little bacon. But back to garlic. So I first cut off the garlic scapes, did all that process, and then this was a little bit later until like the bottom of my garlic started dying off. So maybe I should have let some of the bottoms, like, stems, leaves, die. It does on a few I probably shouldn't have picked, but I just wanted to get them done and over with. So I went and picked out all my garlic, got all that picked, which was really nice. I'm super excited to be having a good garlic harvest, number one, but to be able to then do stuff with. So in the past with my garlic and all that, it just hasn't worked out. I think I had like one good harvest a few years ago. Well, it wasn't good. I guess they were small. And then last year, I didn't realize that they were not getting watered where I had placed them because they were in like the fabric bags. So this year we actually got them into the ground. Got them in a little bit late. It was in December since we moved in, but got them all planted in, and they've done so well. So maybe I really should have waited a little bit longer, but they were starting to kind of get to that point, and I don't want them to then be in the ground too long. So pulled them all out, and we got them drying in our garage. So hopefully soon I can start using them, which I hopefully, like, my plan is once they're dried, I'm gonna open them all up and then maybe start canning them and all that. So stay tuned, because that is hopefully the goal with them. So I've been picking my beets slowly, just thinning them out because I had a lot that were all growing next to each other. My plan right now is I'm just slicing them up and then putting them into the freezer. My end goal is to freeze dry them and then powder it and put them as food dye and other fun stuff. So also beets are good for like even different gut issues. If you're constipated, you can take those. I did that after my first son with constipation. It was so great. So my plan right now is just to preserve them because I'm not a big fan of eating beets. So I'm going to save them for some others. Started working on a quilt. I've been really wanting a cute star pattern quilt, and I have not been able to find any anywhere. So this is our pattern for it. And since I couldn't find one, and I decided to make one. So then I have a lot of fabric. Most of it's in storage, but I went through it a little bit ago and found all of the fabric that I wanted for this design and figured it out and kind of changed the pattern a little bit because I wanted to use more colors. I then this is really mostly you have like squares, or then turn them into triangles. So I cut a big one of cardboard and then I started cutting out the fabric that way. And honestly, probably this is like the weirdest way to do it. Probably very unconventional, but it's just kind of how I do things, how I figure it out. is cardboard and then putting my foot on it and just cutting it. But this is our little guy, a little redhead. I love being a mom. I love our little second little dude so much. It's one of the greatest things in life. Also, back to the quilt. So this one is ginormous. I knew I wanted a king quilt, and I want to be plenty off the sides because that's how our current one is that I have, and I love it. And so I knew I wanted a bigger one, and so when I found this pattern, I knew I wanted that size, but I ended up finding one so much bigger. So I'm really excited for this to be finished. It's probably going to take a while, and I keep thinking quilting is definitely more of a winter activity, but here we are in summer and getting it going. For the 4th of July / my birthday, we went up camping, y'all. We just love camping. We could honestly probably just live in the mountains. But did a little bit of hammocking. Want to do some hiking, but where we camped, there was no good places to take kids out. But my husband went out with my brother. We actually went camping with my brother, his wife, and their little boy. And it was just a blast. I also have been having so much fun when we've been out camping or anytime outdoors, starting to figure out what are all the natural plants, what are their uses and benefits, herbal uses, and it's been so much fun to be able to start recognizing all of those different things out. Also, here was a beautiful view of this mountain, and I took it from inside the car, so yeah, ignore our very, very dirty window, but it was still a beautiful view. I love just being able to explore and see everything. There are so many parts of Utah I have never seen, and we've started just exploring new areas, and I just think they're all so gorgeous. I've lived here most of my life, and there's still so much new things that I have never seen, and I really appreciate now a lot more. We also went to this cute little petting zoo. Our little guy was obsessed with one little tiny pony. So eventually we're going to have to get him a little horse of some sort. We'll see when that happens. But it was so much fun. They had a lot of little fun animals, some deer, goats, chickens, cows, and all that stuff. It was so much fun. Okay, y'all. I know I don't show very many hauls, but I want to show my King's Camo haul. Because we went to their warehouse here in Utah, and it's so much cheaper. We knew it before because Logan's gotten stuff before. But currently, so their desert pattern, or their desert shadow, this kind of pattern, is 50% off. They're getting rid of all of them except their XKG pattern, but even the XKG right now is 50% off in the desert shadow. So we got a lot of that. The guy was also great because there was a couple of things they didn't have in like the desert shadow. And they still were super nice, and they gave 50% off. And I don't know if that would be like for everyone, but the guy that was helping us was awesome. So we were able to get everything we needed, even though we went in. We were originally just gonna try a few things on, and then I was like, let's get one shirt because I need some camo, and that was our whole point. But we were gonna wait a few weeks to do that, but we ended up getting quite a bit. So everything we looked up online should have been like $675. It ended up being $275. So I got this shirt, long sleeve shirt. Logan needed a new pair of hunting pants. He also needed a raincoat. He has a lot of different layers, already a lot of camo, so just need a few more things. So we got him also these leg gaiters because where his hunt is, it's going to be a lot wetter than we think our deer hunt. So we also got little man this coat, so then he can come hunting with us. I actually want to take both boys out on our hunt, so that should be really fun. But our newest one, I think, can bundle up with me, and it should be fine. So a coat made more sense. We also got 2 hats, one for little man and then one for me. So that was fun. And the last thing was this big, nice warm coat, and this is one of the things that wasn't desert camo. So this is little man's coat. These are their warmest coat too, and everything ended up being fairly getting all that for that price. I was super surprised because camo adds up a lot. But yeah, I'm excited for all this camo, and for us to be able to go on our hunt. It's gonna be a crazy fall. This is a crazy summer because we're doing a lot of camping to get familiar with areas and scout and kind of getting a feel for everything. So it's crazy, but it's fun, and I love this and lifestyle and just getting used to all this stuff. So well, I just got done picking all the echinacea, so I'll dry that out and then have whatever I'm gonna need it for in the future. We just got back from hiking, like to our Camo when we're hiking. But like the corn, I need to weed everything. But corn, peppers, tomatoes. Yep, I haven't gone out here like a week or two, so getting a little crazy, but it's sure growing good. So I took my echinacea in and started drying them with a lot of other herbs that I have been saving lately, including sage. So excited just to be having these. One of my favorite things is drying herbs or different things I grow and be able to use them for later. It's so much fun. I really need to do a full garden tour, but here's a little sneak peek. Hopefully I'll have something up and posted somewhat soon. At this rate, you guys are gonna probably get one this whole entire year. That's all you're gonna get. But yeah, I just made some homemade laundry detergent. I have posted this recipe over on my Instagram, so you guys can find that too. Maybe I posted it on on like YouTube Shorts, so it may be there. But it has been so good and cleaning our clothes, so I'll hopefully share that in like a full video soon. But yeah, hopefully you guys like this week in my life. Just, you know, random days that are going on and things we're doing, and just hunting, gardening, all that fun stuff. But hopefully you guys have a great, wonderful week. Always feel free to message me. We can catch up. But yeah, hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week. Oh my gosh. I keep saying this over and over again. But yeah, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will hopefully see you guys again next week. Have a great day, great night. God bless.